Mic on.
Alrighty. Let me just get the final bits, just bear with, and I shall share my screen. Just got a couple more socials to post for super quick. Alrighty. Happy days. Alrighty. And we're golden. Right, let me change the chat settings there. Okay. So you just have to bear with me for a couple minutes. My rider is just updating. But once we've got that sorted, then we shall. Let me just turn down my mic. It's spiking a wee bit. Yeah. Once that's updated, then I can go ahead and get started. Yeah, I remember last time in the previous stream, we made some excellent progress. Actually, no, I tell a lie. I didn't do it on stream. I completely forgot. Yeah, I didn't stream it, but I ended up fixing / getting a workaround to an issue I was having. Where pretty much my plugin that I'm creating, which is essentially, think of it as Skyrim's banking system, it couldn't differentiate between save files. So you'd start a new game, store some stuff in your bank and then save your game. But then if you started a new game after that, the stuff you stored in the bank would show up. Obviously, that shouldn't be the case because you're on a new game, but it was. And I'm trying to rack my head around a solution. But luckily, I have figured one out myself. Well, partially myself with the help of some AI influence. And have decided to instead create my own unique identifier based on various states of the current party metadata. So pretty much what that means is we get a bunch of stuff about the party, so the money, the number of members in your party, your current hit points, your level, and the total number of items in your inventory. Just a bunch of things that would be unique to a save file. Based on all that information, we put all that into a string, and we convert that string to a hash. And then we use that hash as the ID. And from the testing I've done so far, it has proven to be significantly more reliable. I did have a solution in place, well, a potential solution in place prior, which might have worked, but it was a bit unreliable. It was to use the current playtime as the ID, but it's a bit brittle in the sense that, well, obviously if you have two saves with the same playtime, it's gonna fall over. And likewise, the engine itself doesn't have any like specific events that it posts that we can listen to, like when the player saves the game. So what we've had to do, or what I've done in a helper method I've created, is check for whether or not a certain toast notification is on the screen when the game is saved. The problem with that approach is that well, depending on how you use it, that will ping true for multiple frames, which meant that the playtime that I was using as the ID had potential to tick over to the next second because it was being called for multiple frames. So yeah, it was a bit unreliable. I mean, I have a workaround for that now, but I'm still sticking with the hash method just because it feels more robust. So yeah, we'll take a look at some stuff in here because I have tested this new method of differentiating saves and it has worked. I have then done what I was originally intended to do before this issue came about and tested the plugin with items. So in addition to storing items, you can store equipment, you can store your gold if that's what you use as the default currency, or you can store a custom currency as well. The gold and the custom currency was sorted a while ago, and items were then the focus after that, which obviously got done, but as part of testing that's when I found that bug. So the only thing remaining is to store and withdraw equipment, which we're going to do after I've done a bit of tidying up, because after I'd figured out the solution and got it working and tested, I was drained, so I didn't do any cleanup. So we're going to do some of that now, and let's get going. Alright, so I'm going to start at the top, and I'm just going to work my way down and see what's what. I might explain certain bits as I go, perhaps. But yeah, let's have a look. Oh, interesting. I guess that's part of the update. They've recolored my to-dos. Are they all that way? Oh yeah, okay, fair enough. To-dos are orange now instead of blue. Good to know. Just updated Rider, so I guess that's probably the reason. Okay. So I'm keeping this here for now, just because that is my way of clearing out data that is stored in the bank for the game as a whole. Just in case I need a fresh start from testing something. So I'm gonna leave that there. Yeah, that was my original to do when I discovered the problem. That is now fixed, so I'm gonna get rid of that. I'm just gonna essentially do a code review of my stuff. Yeah. I'm only really focusing on things that I've changed as a result of bringing in the hashing. So I don't need this anymore. Confident that's working. Similar with that. So get the chunks with that ID. Where the hash ID is that as well. To list. Same for this. And currency chunk. So the way the data is stored in this game engine is it is stored using chunks from an interface called iChunk. And for each unique item or piece of equipment you store, a new item equipment chunk is generated and stored. Each instance stores the name of the item along with obviously the hash ID and the quantity that is stored. Currency, however, is just one chunk on its own that we overwrite. And then, yeah, that should all be groovy. So I'm happy with that. Go back. So if the game's been saved... Oh yeah, this is when I said that when the game saves, this method pings true for multiple frames. This was my workaround to making sure it only calls this code once. So we check, has the game been saved? That'll be pinging true for multiple frames. But as well, we check if a stopwatch we have at class property level is currently at 0. If it is, we'll do the relevant, we'll execute the relevant code. And then we start the stopwatch. And then at that point, this if statement is no longer true, so we only execute that code once. And at the same time, we're also checking that the game save toast has disappeared and the stopwatch is not 0. So in other words, we've used the stopwatch. At that point, then I can stop it, I can reset it back to 0 for when the player saves the game again. At which point we need to update the code again. Or execute that code, I should say. But I'm gonna get rid of this push log, I don't need that. Let's see. Okay. So one thing I'm gonna do, just check. So that's only called in one place. So is this. So I think I might merge these into one method. I think that's what I'll start with. Okay. Update and store cache. So I'm just going to paste that there for now. And let's have a looky. So this is the part where we update the data in our bank cache. That's this bit. Specifically just updating the ID, the hash ID. Because when you save, we need to obviously check what the current state of your party is and generate a hash based on that. Okay. Let me think. I'm just wondering if I can like get rid of these if statements and just put all these like for eaches together. I believe I could. Just determining that. Oh, there's something else I want to check as well. Okay. Yeah, at the minute, got a bad practice where we add data to to the engine, but we never remove the old data. We only create new data in place of the old. And that was because before I obviously didn't have a way of differentiating between any of them. Now I do. I might be able to start clearing old data when it's no longer needed, which would be great because that means I am not, I don't know, following bad practices, I guess. Okay, so let me read through this. I'm looking at this one. So we update the hash ID. At that point, I could theoretically just go straight ahead and add a new item for that one. Okay. I am not currently seeing any reason not to do this. Other than the fact it's going to be harder to read. I'm thinking about it, this class isn't that big. So having two separate methods probably isn't going to be the end of the world. I think I am actually going to keep these methods separate. I'm going to copy that because I'm just going to do a bunch of undos. And I'm going to leave that as it was. Okay. And in fact, what I'm going to do is create a new method. Public void remove, delete old data, I guess? I don't know. No, delete old data for hash. Okay, I'm gonna need the hash ID. Actually, I'm going to need a bunch of stuff. I'm going to need the catalog. Catalog is what I use to access the data stored within the game engine. I'm going to need item chunk ID, equipment chunk ID, currency chunk ID. I just want to check as well how we store these. I am pretty sure, yeah, we're just only ever adding new, but that's fine. Okay. I might do a bit of logging just so I can confirm that it is working as well. I think what we'll do is let's create a log. Oh, do I not have? I thought I had a helper in here. Oh, I'm in the bank cache, not the layout handler. Okay. In that case, I'll pass the helper through, just so we can get this moving. Actually, I need to get the data first. So var all item chunks. This is going to be helper dot get chunk list. The type is going to be of item equipment chunk. It needs the catalog and it needs the ID, which is going to be item ID. All equipment chunks. All currency chunks as well, yeah, is gonna be right. Okay. Helper.push log. Current count of chunks. Helper.push log. Item chunks. All item chunks dot count. Do equipment. See. Right. I'm gonna refactor this once I know it works. So it's gonna seem the word inefficient or unoptimized. I mean, they both get to the same point, but still. Item chunks to delete is gonna be all item chunks where hash ID is hash ID. Equipment chunks to delete. Currency chunks to delete. Sometimes the AI gets it right. Okay. Help.push log. Count of chunks about to be deleted. Help.push log. Item chunks to delete. Cool. Then we are going to go ahead and actually delete them. So for each item chunk in that, we'll do catalog. It wants these as a list, doesn't it? Okay, fine, that's no problem. Get rid of that little hint it showed me. Because they're a list, I don't need these parentheses anymore. Catalog.delete item chunk. Oh, right, yeah, actually, no, I can't do it this specific way. It's, yeah, the thing we need to delete from the catalog is of type extra chunk. These are not extra chunks. Okay, let's think then. So theoretically, what I would need to do is... Ooh, I think... I would want to get all these... Yeah, I essentially... So, yeah. Because I can't delete it this way, and I don't have an easy way of differentiating between different extra chunks, of a given ID, in this case that's these IDs, what I will have to do is instead delete all the extra chunks and re-add all the ones except the ones I want to delete. So let's think. So we do want to start off with all of them. So let's see. All item extra chunks is going to be catalog. Get filtered extra chunk list. That's going to have the item chunk ID. That gives us a list of extra chunks. So that is all. It's sort of similar to this, but they just haven't been cast and read properly to this type yet. So now that I have all that, we can delete them. But then we need to go through and re-add the ones except these. Okay. So. Yeah, we'll delete them all first. And then we will do for each of our item chunk in all item chunks where hash ID. Actually, I think, oh, what is it? Accept reduces the set difference of two sequences using the default. Oh, it's either accept or intersect. I always forget. Let me Google that. C# accept versus intersect. Yeah, so there's three similar ones. There's intersect, accept, and union. Intersect finds the common elements between the two collections. So let's find the movies we both have watched. So that's only going to get me the ones that I want to delete. So no, I don't think that is what I want. I'm pretty certain it was intersect. Accept even. Finds the elements in one collection that aren't present in another. Yeah. So in this case, let's say this is one of the chunks I want to delete. And this. And I only want these two back. Yeah, I'm pretty certain accept is the one I want. Right, so what does it want? It wants a second IEnumerable, so that's going to be item chunks to delete. So, actually... No. Ooh, actually, no, I can't do that. Oh, actually, no, I can. Yeah, I haven't updated any of the data there. That should be fine, okay. So... do extra chunk of item ID, write the item chunk to it, and add it. Yeah, because I haven't updated any of the information on there. I'm just deleting it and then reading it and re-adding it. Okay, I'm gonna, just for simplicity's sake, just gonna do this for items for now. So, theoretically, if I were to do this again down here, and say helper.pushlog, revised count of chunks, I don't know. Helper.pushlog, item chunks remaining are revised item chunks.count. Right, and theoretically we would call this right before we update the last saved hash. The bank cache dot delete all data for hash. We'll pass in the catalog, the helper, chunk B, that one, and saved hash. Yes, you can be static. If hash ID is let's do ring dot is null or empty hash ID, then just return. There's nothing to do. There is no data. Needs to be updated, so that is just going to change to that since we're static. And so we can test this properly. Actually, I don't need to return a statement because it's the last line. I'm going to clear out any cache. Just going to delete any stored saved data that I had. Let's get this a test. Right, let's open up the logs. We will deposit that. So, one blinkstone there. So when I save my game and I update the cache data, for the first time anyway, nothing should happen. because it's the first time I'm adding data. But now, actually, no, I don't know. I don't know. I'll just store this one too. There's 2 things to withdraw. I would expect this to say there is 2 things total. 2 things to remove and 2 things remaining. No. No, I think it's going to say there's 3 things total. The one that I did on the first save, plus the 2 that's now in there. Then it's going to say there's going to be 1 to delete, and then there's going to be 2 remaining. I think that's what it's going to say, or hopefully it's going to say. Yeah, so there's 3 chunks, 1 to delete, now there's 2 remaining. Okay, that's good. So let's now try this on a new save. Get some items. Just double check. Yep, there's nothing to withdraw since I'm on a new save, so we will deposit our elixir and save the game. There is theoretically nothing it needs to do yet because this should be the first time we're saving. Yep, we've got no log data there, good. And then this time I'll store that and that. So this time what I expect is we're going to get the 2 from the other save. We're going to get the 1 from this new save that we did first. So what's that? That's 3. And then we're going to get these 3 that we're trying to save now. So I reckon it's going to say there's 6 total. There is 1 to delete, and then there's going to be 5 remaining, is what I hope. Oh, interesting. There was 4 chunks. It's not what I expected, if I'm honest. It might not be wrong. Assuming this... No. Okay. So let me just check. Was that on save 1 or 2? I don't remember. So there's nothing in that save. There's nothing in that save either. Okay, so we've lost data in him. Okay. So, something went wrong. It worked up to a certain point. So it worked fine on a single save, but as soon as I did it on a different save, it stopped working. Why was that? The hash ID was empty to start with when we did it on the second save, so we didn't go any further than this. Which means we added that data in. So that would have meant there were 3 chunks at the point of saving doing the second new save. Doing the first save on the new game even. And then we stored more things. Saved again. We did this, which I expected to give me more than it did. I expected the 2 from the first one. Oh. Ooh. Oh. Wait, let me think. just double check how that worked. So yeah, we do the. No, we do it a bit over each one. That is fine. So let me think. We. So we had 2 from the first save. There was 1 that we had stored previously on the current save. And then when we attempted to save again on that new save, there should have been... I would have thought there were 6, but it said there were 4. Interesting. Okay, I'm going to redo the test, but I'm going to log out some more data. Actually, yeah, no. So, push log. Hash ID. That. So we get the count. And then we'll just do helper.push log. Item names. It's just going to be all item chunks. No, first string. Item chunks dot select. Name. Okay. That should hopefully give me a... Oh, wait. I think I know what the Yep, that's the problem. Okay. It was me being silly. I was purging the data still. I had forgotten to turn that off. I always forget to turn it off. Okay. Let's try that again. I'm going to delete the saved data. Hopefully that'll work properly now that I'm not purging it every time I restart the game. Right, let's turn those ones off. Not interested in those or that. Right, so we've got some items. Just double check, nothing to withdraw. Deposit, so we're going to deposit a campsite. When we save for the first time, nothing should happen. It's the first time we're saving, so there is nothing to delete. And yep, we didn't get any logs relating to that. Let's store a health potion. So, what should happen now is we had the 1 chunk from earlier that we stored when we saved. We have now got 2 additional ones we're going to store. So what I expect to see in my logs is that it's going to find 3 chunks. 1 of them is going to get deleted, and 2 of them are going to be remaining. Okay, good. Yep, so we've got the 3 chunks. 1 of them to delete, 2 of them remaining. Good stuff. Yep, so there's 3 unique different chunks. Okay, that's good. I'm going to reset. We're now going to start another new game. Get a new set of 20 items. Give those logs. Just deposit the intellect stone. This shouldn't show up with anything in the logs. Except for that, that's a different plugin. And then let's just do something else, like the health potion. Right, what I am expecting is we have the 2 chunks from the first save. We have the 3rd chunk from the save that we did on this one. I always find it difficult to explain this. when we started the new game and we did the first save, that'll have been the third chunk. We've just now stored something else, so that is then going to be the fourth and fifth chunk, I think. So, when I hit save, let me just double check. I did deposit those, didn't I? Yeah, okay. What I am expecting is to see 5 chunks in total. 1 chunk to delete and 4 chunks remaining, I think. 5 chunks total, 1 to delete, 4 remaining. Yes, happy days. Okay, I think we can go ahead and implement this. All the other stuff. Okay, so pretty much all this means is now I do not have to just constantly clog up the engine with data. I can now actually get rid of the data that's no longer needed, thanks to my new hashing. Right, so let's just bring all this stuff. In fact, I don't really need that. I've proved that it works for items, so I'm confident that it's going to work for the others. More logging. That's more logging. That's just there for that. Okay, now then. I don't need that one either. Let's have a look. Is there any easy optimizations I can make? What do I need that for? I do that to get that. Yeah, I think that's okay. Ooh, actually. Oh, that could be. Is that static as well? It is static. Okay. Yeah, rather than me doing it manually, I will instead just call the page bank data. Give it the catalog, item ID, item chunk ID. Give it all that stuff. That can deal with that for me. All I then have to do is re-add the data, bar the stuff we don't want to re-add. Oops. So for each equipment chunk, yep. Oh, but the AI, or the built-in AI is not half bad sometimes. Okay. I may try and do this in one loop. But let's just get this fleshed out first. Currency, no. All currency chunks. Except currency chunks. Oh, that's my cursor. Set those to delete. var currency chunk. Just do the same thing pretty much. Right. So that's, and what's this being used for? Oh, that was being used for that, but I don't need that anymore. Okay. So, these two can be concatenated without problem because they're the same type. Actually, that's a good point. That is a currency chunk. There we go. However, this one is not. So I don't think I can concat those. Okay. So let's have a think then. Let's refactor this a little. Let's do item equipment chunks to delete. We'll say all item chunks where that is that. Concat Right. All equipment chunks where that is that list. So, all them chunks. Yeah. So theoretically, I don't need that anymore. Actually, let's do this a bit more sensibly. All item equipment chunks is just going to be all item chunks concat all equipment chunks, and then I can just do that. Hash ID equals hash ID. Makes it a bit more readable. And then I can do that. Oh, right, yeah. You're not happy that that's not a list. Yep. Yeah, so all item equipment chunks except item equipment chunks to delete. That now removes the need for 3 loops. So it's a little better, but obviously it's not perfect, I don't think, but I am happy with that for now. Saying can be made private. I'm gonna not do that because I still use it sometimes. Okay. So we're gonna do that test I did earlier one more time, just so we can confirm that the refactor is working. I got rid of all the just add some basic logging. Open up, push log, item counts. Let's do that. And then counts. Nope, not that. Alright, that should do for logging, I hope. Let me get rid of that save data. Start from scratch. Enough the stuff I don't care about. Right, 20 items. Deposit something. Save, nothing should happen. Except the log for the other plugin. Deposit something else. Save. This should say 3 and then 2, I think. Yep. So, reset. New game. Clear. Deposit that. Do that. Nothing happens as expected. Deposit that. And I don't know that. I've just deposited 3 things. So there's going to be 3, 4 from the save just now. 5, 6. So I should expect it to see 6 and then 5? 5 and then 4. Okay. Yeah, okay. I'm happy with that. I'm willing to think that I did miscount. I was kind of doing it a bit speedy. Quick maths and all that. Just not very good at quick maths, apparently. And just for the heck of it, so there's only one thing in there now. So theoretically, if there's 4 things in there, and I've just taken out 3, I'm not even going to try and count, I just want to see what it does. Okay. I'm a bit concerned about this one. If it's saying there's only one thing left. Yeah, okay, no, so that something has gone wrong with that. I did think I was missing something. Let me just have a look what this does. Oh. Well, that one isn't helpful. But... okay. Let's bring up the local history. And what I'm going to do... separate these again. Yeah. Trying to determine whether or not the issue I'm seeing is because of this change or because I started using the purge bank data. So. Oh wait, actually, missing a bit. Missing a wee bit. Oh wait, no, I'm not. Blind. So there's the equipment. So this is meant to be item chunk. Oh wait, no, all item chunks is right there. Okay, I can just delete that. I could just put those there, to be honest. Okay. So all item chunks. Chunks to delete, all item chunks. Chunks to delete. That's then gonna do the same thing. Okay. So hopefully this will give an indication. Wait. Oh, I've done it again, haven't I? I left that turned on. For God's sake. Oh, I'm such an idiot. Right, okay. I am such a silly bugger. Right, okay. We're gonna run it again, just so we can clear it out. I only have to get this far for it to run. Now we turn that off. Clear the save data. Tell you what, let's hope I don't forget to turn that off when I bring this out into production. Jesus. Okay. Try this again. Fingers crossed. Right, so I've got some items. Store an antidote. Or whatever that was. I don't remember what that was. What was it? I'm curious. An antidote, yeah, okay. Save it, nothing should happen. Cool. Let's just deposit something else, give it some volume. That should now say 2 and then, no, 3 and then 2. 3 and then 2. Great. Reset. New game. Deposit campsite. Save. New one, that's nothing. Deposit something else. Okay. So, at this point, we've got what? 2 things in the bank here, plus the 1 from when I said just a second ago. That's 3, plus the 2 from the other save. So it should go 5, and then 4. Good, okay. And if I were to reset, continue from this save, I should see just 2 things. Yep. And likewise, if I go to this save, I should see just the 2 things as well. Epic, okay. Right, we got to the end of that. Right. So, yeah, I don't think I need this anymore. Oh, no, I do. Yeah, we need that for that. That goes to there. I need this. Equipment chunks, accept. So we want to delete. Don't we re-up those? Great. Okay. Update the cache, store the cache data. Let's change this to save cache to catalog. Save cache to catalog, delete old cache. Delete old data. Old catalog. At that point, we can update the last saved hash. Carry on about our business. Alrighty. Okay, honestly, that took a little longer than I was expecting. I think I'm actually just going to leave it as a short stream today. I was originally intending on doing a bit longer, but I'm in the mood to play some games. So I'm gonna go do that. So yeah, I think all that's left to do now is to finish off the ability to deposit and withdraw equipment, and then after that I just need to go through any to-dos that are left over, if there are any, clean those up, and or action them if I need to. And then once I've done that, I can then just have a general overview and review of my code, and if I need to, I will update things, clean things up, polish a bits off. But yeah, I'm going to leave it there. Thanks for stopping by and watching, and I will catch you in the next one.